always strong. It never in any way varies or in any way weakens over time or over distance. Well, I could say the same thing about true and pure love. Scalar energy really is the love essence of the universe. It's directly from God. I'm convinced of that. Scalar energy is a manifestation from God. Probably the closest analogy that I could give to people is the Ark of the Covenant. Many of you who have studied the Bible, or at least have an appreciation of the Bible, have heard of the Ark of the Covenant. Moses and the Israelites had this rectangular box, if you will, the Ark of the Covenant. And the Ark of the Covenant gave off incredible light and could produce incredible miracles. Well, my contention there is that, yes, there was an Ark of the Covenant, and the Ark of the Covenant was a scalar energy instrument. And this is God's way of showing himself, of manifesting himself. So the Ark of the Covenant that Moses had was a manifestation directly from God. In other words, the Ark of the Covenant would broadcast scalar energy, would transmit scalar energy. All of that, as far as I'm concerned, is again divine energy or divine love from God. So scalar energy is a divine manifestation. Scalar energy is a manifestation of love. Scalar energy serves to uplift us. It's a loving energy. It's a positive energy. It's a holy energy. It only serves for our betterment. Usually when I'm treating people with scalar energy, people experience what I would consider a state of elation. People are euphoric. They're much happier. All of that goes hand in hand with my thinking that, yes, scalar energy is a broadcast of happy emotion, of love, direct emanation, a direct manifestation from God. As such, we are happier. Scalar energy treatments are a direct manifestation, a direct energy from God. That energy is always uplifting. People that I treat, as well as myself, when I first started to treat myself with scalar energy, I had a feeling of euphoria. I still do. Scalar energy serves to make us happier. I've experienced that. Other people have experienced that. So scalar energy has immediate interface. Scalar energy interfaces with our emotional constitution. Hence, scalar energy has a positive effect, has a very salubrious effect on our emotions. It's incredible.
Yes. I guess I chose a life this go around to start out on a tough road and shut my heart down, and of course you grow and acquire the so-called 7 deadly sins, and even though I had worked on myself considerably, the reason I asked the question was it seemed like even though I'd worked immensely on it, the scalar energy kicked in and helped me clear even more angst, and it upped my bar with forgiveness and love for others. It raised the bar.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So many people say that to me. I think that's correct and accurate, and I don't think we're imagining this, Randy. That's one of the cause and effects relationships of scalar energy. It makes people happier. You take a different look, a different aspect of life, and things that would perhaps bother you in the past don't bother you now. You really have a more noble disposition.
Indeed, and I know that the Easterns talked about chakras, and then I think it was Maslow that talked about the 7 levels of consciousness, and what this does is bring it to a balance.
Yes, thank you. You mentioned the chakras. It's my firm belief that we have 7 chakras. Those chakras are composed of scalar energy, scalar light. And when I work with scalar energy, when I'm administering scalar energy, it has occurred to me that scalar energy is correcting, balancing the 7 chakras. Now, if we can balance the 7 chakras of our body, well, that scalar energy does indeed have a cause and effect on our bodies, on the 7 chakras. I had a gal who just wrote me a correspondence. She's from Australia. And she told me that after 4 days of experiencing scalar energy treatments, she is already sleeping much better. That her sleep pattern has returned to a more normal sleep pattern, that she can sleep without interruption at night. Well, imagine that. After 3 or 4 days of scalar energy treatments, this woman is now experiencing a very healthful, a very normal sleep pattern, whereby prior to the scalar energy treatments, her chakras were not aligned, and she was not able to achieve proper sleep. Now she is. Secondly, on account of the fact that nothing impedes scalar energy, I've been treating this woman halfway across the world, on the other side of the world, I should say. I live in the United States. I've been treating this woman who lives in Australia. Well, that's the beauty of scalar energy. I can treat anybody in the world. And it's my observation, and other researchers have come to this conclusion, that you do not have to triangulate this energy. You do not have to bounce scalar energy off of a satellite. When I treat somebody in Australia, the energy simply passes directly through the Earth. We don't need a series of satellites to control scalar energy. You need satellites, you need cell phone towers, you need substations for electricity. Well, scalar energy is different. You don't need satellites or substations. It's simply from point A to point B. I treat people frequently halfway across the world, simply by virtue of the fact that scalar energy will broadcast from my laboratory directly to a person. It's a straight line trajectory. And in so doing, scalar energy is passing through the Earth. That's the beauty of this. That's one of the gifts of this energy. Nothing impedes it. Imagine, people, if we had phones and TVs and radios in which we would have perfect communication. We wouldn't have to rely upon cell phone towers. If we had scalar energy devices, well, those devices would transmit an uninterrupted signal. They would never be interrupted with. And it would simply pass directly through the Earth or any building or any structure. Nothing would impede its transmission. Well, in so doing, you have really the perfect communication system. Scalar energy will be in the future considered the perfect communication system, and to really quickly eclipse, if you will, our electromagnetic system of communication.
Yes. I noticed that to acquire your service that you've got various prices, and I do know that you really go all out to help not only an individual but their family, perhaps even their friends and pets, correct? And you price it so remarkable that with the savings of the nutrients and the savings of the ad infinitum, it's just a heck of a deal that I'm still all excited about and very grateful. And once again, Tom, I love you pieces. Appreciate you spending time with me to get more comfortable with my passion. And anything else you want to say?
I would encourage everybody who's listening to this program, perhaps do a little bit of research on scalar energy. Familiarize yourself with what we're speaking about. It's Randy's contention, it's our contention that scalar energy is going to improve so many circumstances in this world. We simply are just looking forward to that day. It's on its way. In so doing, in some way participate. If you could offer your prayers that scalar energy will soon be realized by mankind, please do so. If you could tell a friend about what we're doing, take a look at my website, selfhealgo.com. I'd appreciate that. The key is to get people involved. There's only so much Randy and I can do. We need your help. Please get involved in somehow, some fashion, either through prayer or through some type of action whereby you can educate people about what we're doing. We would greatly appreciate that, people. And God bless you for being part of the team.
God bless you. Also, the prayer, I remember when I got in a program and, I was not much of a prayerful person, but my sponsor says, just do it, because that's part of the deal. And as powerful as the scalar energy is, so are just the prayers from anybody. And also, I'm gonna question this. One doesn't want to purchase this or include someone without their conscious consent. Is that correct?
Yes, and that's very important. If anybody wishes to participate in this program, by all means, you're welcome, but you have to give your full approval. We don't want anybody to coerce you. There's no in any way any duress that we want you to experience. Simply your free will say, yes, I want to be treated, and then we'll move forward. We want you to be informed, and we want you to have a free will decision to say yes to this.
Correct. Yeah, there's one that I would love to have this offered to, and I know that it would take the conscious consent.
God bless.
God bless. Thanks again.
You, Randy.